Now, for those of you watching us from India, Ukraine may seem like a distant conflict, very far away with no bearing on the situation back home. But for the Indians working in Ukraine, the Indians living in Ukraine, this conflict could spell doom, especially for the Indian business community. A sizable population lives here in the capital city of Kiev, and most of them are in the pharmaceutical business. They import Indian drugs to Ukraine worth millions of dollars. Many of them make them here as well. Some have their warehouses located in border areas, in the border with Russia. What will happen to these businesses if war breaks out? What repercussions will it have on their livelihoods? We decided to find out. Earlier today, I met some Indian businessmen based here in Kiev, and I asked them about their fears, about their worries, and the disruptions that they are bracing for. Here's what they told me. The conflict in Ukraine is at a turning point. Russian forces are closing in. Dangerous drills are underway in Belarus. The US says this is an escalation. Ukraine's allies fear these exercises are preparation for a Russian invasion. Not too far away from the Ukraine-Belarus border, the Indian business community is watching the events unfold. It's a small community, but an influential one, especially in the pharmaceutical business. Rajiv Gupta has seen it all, from the split of the Soviet Union in 1991 to the Orange Revolution in 2004 and the Russian annexation of Crimea in 2014. He's been in Kiev throughout. Gupta runs one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in Ukraine today. He admits the people are scared.
If you frankly ask me, some kind of stress is there among the employees, among the colleagues, but directly at present no impact. Of course, we have conducted a kind of a webinars, some kind of training program for our people, how to tackle with the stress. If you ask direct impact, we have not seen yet. But indirect, yes, people are a little bit scared of.
Some others are bracing for direct impact though. Sanjeev Bhagat runs another major pharma company in Ukraine. He says there's panic in the market. There will be supply disruptions. His company is working on a contingency plan.
There is some panic in the market. I am thinking of that maybe the channel from which we are getting all our products, it is going to be disrupted in the Black Sea. So we are basically creating some stock from India and from other European countries from where we are taking the goods, because I see there is going to be a disruption. Even if war happens or doesn't happen, because you must be watching and you're seeing that Black Sea is already getting crowded and all our goods come through that channel only.
Stability on Ukraine's borders is critical to business owners like these. Ukraine is a major importer of Indian pharmaceuticals. In 2019 alone, Ukraine imported $146 million worth of Indian drugs. This makes India the second biggest drug supplier to Ukraine. And Indian manufacturers are bullish on the Ukrainian market. 860 Indian pharma companies have registered 4,000 drug brands in Ukraine. But the constant threat of war can upend their business plans. Their money is invested here. Most of their employees are Ukrainians. They need to send a message of solidarity while also firming up a plan B.
If we move towards 2014, it was a little bit scary. But the whole revolution of 2014 was taken only in the city center. So there was no direct impact. As far as people are concerned, there was no direct impact. Yes, devaluation of currency was taken place in 2014. You have to have a plan B. Okay, I will rather say 99.9% I believe that there will be no war. But you have to prepare for everything,
While Indian companies have set up manufacturing units in Ukraine, a lot of their supplies still come from outside. That makes a volatile border very bad news for them. Both Gupta and Bhagat also have their company warehouses near the Ukraine border. Even in the case of a limited incursion, their stocks will most likely fall into Russian hands. The risks are high, but they've dug in their heels.
My warehouse is very near to the border of Russia. My kids are studying in American school and all their teachers have been evacuated to America. So they were panicked first day, second day, and they were asking me every day, what is going to happen, where we are going to stay, which country we are. First day, my son and my daughter, they asked, which country we are going, Papa? I told, where, what happened? My all teachers and classmates who are expats, they have already left. So I told, we are not going anywhere. We have our house and we are going to stay there only.
That's what most Indian business owners in Ukraine say. They've built a life here. They're not prepared to uproot their families just yet.
If we take the worst case, what is going to happen in this country? I don't know. Plan B can be that we'll shut our offices for some days. Maybe we'll shut our warehouse. We'll stop transporting the goods. We'll at least tell our people not to move in the city, to be at home. That is the only plan B. And I don't think that war is going to come house to house. It is not like that type of situation.
Their hope is that talks will prevail over tanks. With the WION team in Kiev, this is Palki Sharma Upadhyay. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.